In today's digital landscape, merely reacting to cyber threats isn't enough. We need to be proactive. Imagine a fortress, its walls strong and imposing. But what if enemies have already slipped inside? This is where threat hunting comes in. It's about actively searching for hidden threats that have bypassed traditional security measures. Think of threat hunting as a detective's investigation. Instead of waiting for a crime to occur, we're actively looking for clues, anomalies, and suspicious activities that might indicate a hidden adversary. This proactive approach helps us stay one step ahead of attackers, preventing breaches before they cause significant damage. Just like a detective needs sharp instincts and tools to solve a case, threat hunters rely on their skills and specialized tools. They analyze data, identify patterns, and connect the dots to uncover hidden threats. This proactive approach is crucial in today's world, where cyber attacks are becoming increasingly sophisticated and frequent. Threat hunting empowers us to take control of our cybersecurity posture. It's about being vigilant, anticipating threats, and taking decisive action to mitigate risks. In this guide, we'll delve into the world of threat hunting, providing you with the knowledge and tools to become a skilled threat hunter. Threat hunting is a proactive cyber defense strategy that involves actively searching for and identifying cyber threats that have evaded traditional security measures. Unlike incident response, which reacts to known threats, threat hunting proactively seeks out hidden adversaries and malicious activities within a network or system. Imagine a network as a vast ocean. Traditional security measures like firewalls and antivirus software are like buoys on the surface, alerting us to threats that emerge. Threat hunting, on the other hand, is like sending divers deep beneath the surface to search for hidden dangers that the buoys might have missed. Threat hunters are like digital detectives, meticulously analyzing data, logs, and network traffic for any signs of suspicious activity. They use their knowledge of attacker tactics, techniques, and procedures, TTPs, to identify anomalies and patterns that might indicate a breach. The goal of threat hunting is not only to detect and neutralize threats, but also to understand the attacker's methods, motivations, and capabilities. This information is crucial for improving existing security controls, hardening defenses, and preventing similar attacks in the future. Effective threat hunting requires a unique combination of skills, knowledge, and mindset. A skilled threat hunter possesses a deep understanding of cybersecurity principles, attack vectors, and adversary tactics. They are adept at using a variety of tools and techniques to analyze data, identify anomalies, and connect the dots. One of the most critical skills for a threat hunter is the ability to think like an attacker. By understanding attacker motivations, TTPs, and common attack paths, threat hunters can anticipate potential threats and develop hypotheses to guide their investigations. Furthermore, threat hunters must be highly analytical and detail-oriented. They sift through massive amounts of data, often from disparate sources, to identify subtle clues and patterns that might indicate malicious activity. This requires patience, persistence, and the ability to stay focused in the face of overwhelming information. Effective communication is also crucial for threat hunters. They must be able to clearly and concisely articulate their findings to both technical and non-technical audiences, including security teams, management, and clients. This comprehensive guide will equip you with the knowledge and skills necessary to conduct effective threat hunts. We will delve into the core principles of threat hunting, exploring various methodologies, techniques, and tools used by professionals in the field. Our journey begins with a foundational understanding of threat hunting, defining its scope, objectives, and significance in today's cyber threat landscape. We'll then explore the essential skills and knowledge required to become a successful threat hunter, emphasizing the importance of analytical thinking, attacker mindset, and technical proficiency. Moving forward, we'll delve into the practical aspects of threat hunting, examining common methodologies like the hypothesis-driven approach. You'll learn how to formulate hypotheses based on threat intelligence, known vulnerabilities, and organizational priorities. We'll then equip you with a range of techniques used in threat hunting, including log analysis, network monitoring, endpoint forensics, and threat intelligence correlation. Through real-world examples and practical exercises, you'll develop the skills to identify and investigate suspicious activities within your own environment. Threat hunting is an active cyber defense activity aimed at detecting and mitigating threats that escape existing security measures. Unlike automated security systems that passively wait for alerts, threat hunting involves human analysts proactively digging into networks and datasets to uncover hidden threats. This proactive stance is akin to a detective scouring a crime scene for clues before any alarm is raised. Imagine a scenario where an organization's IT infrastructure is a vast, bustling city. Traditional security tools act as the city's surveillance cameras and police patrols, catching overt disturbances. In contrast, threat hunters are the specialized detectives who explore back alleys and hidden corners, looking for anything out of the ordinary that the cameras and patrols might miss. Threat hunting requires a blend of creativity, curiosity, and technical expertise. Hunters must think like the adversaries they track, predicting moves and uncovering subtle traces of their presence. They use sophisticated tools and techniques to sift through mountains of data, piecing together seemingly unrelated information to form a coherent picture of an attack. Ultimately, the goal of threat hunting is to identify and neutralize threats before they can cause harm. By understanding the nuances of threat hunting, organizations can better prepare their defenses against sophisticated cyber attacks and reduce the likelihood of significant breaches. In the ever-evolving landscape of cybersecurity, the significance of threat hunting cannot be overstated. As cyber threats grow more complex and stealthy, traditional security measures alone are no longer sufficient to protect sensitive data and systems. Threat hunting steps in to fill this critical gap, actively seeking out the signs of compromise that other systems might overlook. Consider the impact of a successful breach: financial loss, damage to reputation, and regulatory penalties, among others. By detecting threats early, threat hunting not only prevents these outcomes but also provides valuable insights into attacker tactics and motivations, which can inform future security strategies. Moreover, threat hunting helps organizations maintain compliance with stringent cybersecurity regulations. By demonstrating a proactive approach to security, companies can meet regulatory requirements more effectively and avoid the severe fines associated with compliance failures. Threat hunting also plays a vital role in advancing the overall maturity of an organization's security posture. It pushes the boundaries of what is possible in cyber defense, continually testing and refining security practices to better anticipate and respond to potential threats. Effective threat hunters are not just skilled in technical aspects of cybersecurity, they also possess a unique set of soft skills that enable them to excel in their roles. Analytical thinking, curiosity, and persistence are foundational traits that drive hunters to dig deeper and uncover the truth behind security anomalies. Technical proficiency is, of course, crucial. A deep understanding of network architecture, operating systems, and programming languages allows threat hunters to navigate and manipulate complex information systems. They must also be proficient in using cybersecurity tools for data analysis, such as CM solutions, intrusion detection systems, and threat intelligence platforms. Beyond technical skills, effective communication is essential. Threat hunters must be able to articulate their findings, hypotheses, and recommendations clearly to various stakeholders, including IT staff, management, and sometimes external parties like law enforcement. This ensures that their insights lead to actionable security enhancements. Lastly, continuous learning is a hallmark of a successful threat hunter. With cyber threats constantly evolving, staying updated with the latest trends, tools, and techniques is imperative. This commitment to learning not only enriches their skill set, but also keeps their organization a step ahead of potential cyber adversaries. Section 4. The Threat Hunting Cycle. Threat hunting is not a random process. It follows a structured cycle that guides hunters through the stages of planning, detection, analysis, and response. This cycle begins with the formation of a hypothesis based on known threats, anomalies observed in systems, or intelligence about potential attacker tactics. The planning stage involves defining the scope of the hunt, selecting tools, and allocating resources. This is where threat hunters decide what parts of the network to scrutinize, which tools will provide the best visibility, and how to measure the success of the hunt. Detection involves the actual searching of networks and systems for signs of compromise. Using a combination of manual techniques and automated tools, hunters probe for anomalies that match their hypothesis. This stage requires a meticulous approach to ensure no potential threat is overlooked. The analysis phase is where data collected during detection is scrutinized to confirm whether it indicates a genuine threat. This involves correlating different data points, validating them against threat intelligence, and determining the potential impact of the detected anomaly. Finally, the response stage is where actions are taken to mitigate detected threats. This might involve isolating affected systems, removing malware, and implementing patches. After action is taken, the cycle often repeats with new insights from the response informing future hypotheses. Section 5. Building a solid foundation. For organizations looking to establish or enhance their threat hunting capabilities, building a solid foundation is critical. This begins with a clear strategy that aligns with the organization's overall security objectives and risk management framework. Understanding what assets are most critical and what threats are most likely can help prioritize threat hunting efforts effectively. Investing in the right tools and technologies is another crucial step. From advanced analytics platforms to comprehensive threat intelligence feeds, the tools selected should enhance the hunter's ability to detect and respond to threats swiftly. Moreover, integrating these tools into existing security infrastructure is essential to maximize their effectiveness and efficiency. Training and development of human resources are just as important. This involves not only training existing security personnel in the art of threat hunting, but also recruiting individuals with the right skill set. Moreover, fostering a culture of security awareness and collaboration across the organization can support threat hunting efforts and improve overall security posture. Lastly, continuous evaluation and refinement of threat hunting practices are necessary to ensure they remain effective. This includes regular reviews of hunting strategies, adaptation to new cyber threats, and leveraging lessons learned from past hunts to strengthen future endeavors. With a robust foundation in place, organizations can confidently face the challenges posed by the modern cyber threat landscape. Section 1. The hypothesis-driven approach. One of the most effective methodologies in threat hunting is the hypothesis-driven approach. This method involves formulating a hypothesis about a potential threat and then seeking evidence to either prove or disprove it. Think of it like a detective starting an investigation with a hunch and then gathering clues to see if their hunch holds up. The hypothesis should be based on a thorough understanding of the organization's assets, potential threats, and attacker tactics, techniques, and procedures, TTPs. For example, a hypothesis might be, attackers are targeting our customer database using SQL injection techniques. Once the hypothesis is established, threat hunters collect and analyze data from various sources such as logs, network traffic, and endpoint activity to find evidence that either supports or refutes the hypothesis. This process often involves using specialized tools and techniques to sift through massive amounts of data and identify anomalies. The hypothesis-driven approach provides a structured and focused method for threat hunting, allowing analysts to prioritize their efforts and maximize their chances of detecting and mitigating threats. It's like following a treasure map. The hypothesis guides the search and helps to avoid getting lost in the vast landscape of data. Section 2. Threat Intelligence Integration. Threat intelligence plays a vital role in effective threat hunting. By leveraging threat intelligence feeds, security researchers' reports, and industry best practices, organizations can gain valuable insights into current and emerging threats, attacker TTPs, and indicators of compromise, or IOCs. Imagine threat intelligence as a network of informants, providing you with valuable information about potential threats. This intelligence can help threat hunters refine their hypotheses, prioritize their investigations, and develop more effective detection rules. For example, if a threat intelligence report indicates that a specific group of attackers is known for exploiting a certain vulnerability in a particular software, threat hunters can prioritize investigating systems running that software for signs of compromise. This targeted approach saves time and resources while increasing the likelihood of detecting real threats. Threat intelligence can also help organizations proactively block known malicious IP addresses, domains, and files, further strengthening their defenses. By staying informed about the latest threats, organizations can proactively adapt their security posture and stay one step ahead of attackers. Section 3. Log Analysis and Correlation. Log analysis is a fundamental technique in threat hunting, involving the examination of event logs generated by various systems and applications within an organization's IT infrastructure. These logs record a wealth of information about system activities, user actions, and security events, providing valuable clues for threat hunters. Think of logs as a detailed record of everything happening within a company. By analyzing these logs, security analysts can reconstruct past events, identify patterns, and detect anomalies that might indicate malicious activity. However, the sheer volume of log data generated by modern IT systems can be overwhelming. To address this challenge, threat hunters use specialized tools and techniques for log correlation. This involves aggregating logs from different sources and then correlating events across multiple systems to identify related activities. For example, by correlating login attempts with failed file access attempts, threat hunters might uncover an attacker attempting to gain unauthorized access to sensitive data. Log analysis and correlation are essential for understanding the context of security events and uncovering the story behind potential threats. Section 4. Network Monitoring and Analysis. Network monitoring and analysis are crucial aspects of threat hunting, providing visibility into network traffic and enabling analysts to identify suspicious patterns and anomalies. By capturing and analyzing network packets, threat hunters can gain insights into communication patterns, data flows, and potential security breaches. Imagine network monitoring as observing traffic patterns on a busy highway. By analyzing the types of vehicles, their origins, destinations, and speeds, you can identify anomalies that might indicate suspicious activity. Threat hunters use various tools and techniques for network monitoring, including intrusion detection systems or IDS, intrusion prevention systems or IPS, and network behavior analysis or NBA tools. These tools can detect known attack signatures, flag suspicious traffic patterns, and alert analysts to potential threats in real time. For example, an IDS might detect a port scan, a common reconnaissance technique used by attackers to identify vulnerable systems. Network monitoring and analysis provide threat hunters with a real-time view of network activity, enabling them to detect and respond to threats swiftly. Section 5. Endpoint Forensics and Memory Analysis. Endpoint forensics and memory analysis are powerful techniques used in threat hunting to investigate security incidents and gather evidence from compromised systems. Think of endpoint forensics as examining the scene of a crime for fingerprints, DNA evidence, and other clues that can help identify the perpetrator and understand their methods. Memory analysis focuses on examining the contents of a computer's RAM, holding valuable information about running processes, network connections, and recently executed commands. This data can help investigators determine the root cause of the incident, identify the attacker's tools and techniques, and assess the extent of the damage. Section 6. Leveraging Threat Hunting Tools. A wide array of powerful tools and technologies are available to aid threat hunters in their endeavors. Security information and event management (SIM) systems play a central role in threat hunting by aggregating and correlating security data from various sources. Threat intelligence platforms, TIPs, provide access to curated threat intelligence feeds, vulnerability databases, and attacker profiles. By integrating threat intelligence into their workflows, hunters can prioritize investigations and develop more effective detection rules. Endpoint. Detection and response (EDR) solutions offer advanced capabilities for monitoring, detecting, and responding to threats at the endpoint level. Section 1. Introduction to ELK Stack. The ELK Stack, consisting of Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana, is an immensely powerful trio of tools widely used in threat hunting. Elasticsearch acts as the heart of the ELK stack, providing a robust search engine that can quickly sift through vast amounts of data. Logstash serves as the pipeline for data processing, collecting data from various sources, transforming it into a uniform format, and then forwarding it to Elasticsearch. Kibana is the visualization layer that allows users to create dashboards and graphs from data indexed in Elasticsearch. Its user-friendly interface helps threat hunters to visually sift through data and identify patterns or anomalies. By leveraging the integrated capabilities of Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana, threat hunters can perform detailed analyses. This synergy is crucial for proactive threat detection and response. Section 2. Setting up ELK Stack. Setting up the ELK Stack is the first practical step in utilizing this powerful toolset for threat hunting. The installation begins with Elasticsearch, which can be set up on a local server or cloud infrastructure. Following Elasticsearch, Logstash needs to be installed and set up to collect logs from predetermined sources. Configuring Logstash pipelines requires understanding the data formats and how they need to be transformed before indexing. Kibana is typically the last to be set up, as it relies on data from Elasticsearch. Setting up Kibana involves linking it to the Elasticsearch instance and configuring dashboards for monitoring and threat analysis. With the ELK stack fully set up, the framework is in place to begin detailed data ingestion and analysis. Section 3. Conducting a live threat hunt with ELK. With the ELK stack set up, the next step is to conduct a live threat hunt. The process begins with defining specific threats to look for, based on the latest threat intelligence and historical data. Using Kibana, hunters can create custom queries and set up alerts for unusual patterns that match known attack vectors. During the live hunt, Logstash continuously feeds new data into Elasticsearch, which is then accessible through Kibana's dashboards. This setup allows hunters to monitor events as they happen and react swiftly. Analysis during a live threat hunt involves correlating different data points to either validate or dismiss suspicions. This might include cross-referencing login attempts with known compromised credentials databases or spotting unusual access patterns. Section 4. Analyzing results and implementing changes. After conducting a live threat hunt with the ELK stack, the final crucial steps are analyzing the results and implementing necessary changes. Analysis might reveal specific vulnerabilities that were exploited during the hunt or identify a new malware signature. Implementing changes based on the findings involves updating security policies, enhancing monitoring rules, and sometimes overhauling system architectures. It also includes sharing findings with broader security communities to help others prepare and defend against similar threats. By continuously using the ELK stack for threat hunts and following up with rigorous analysis and implementation, organizations can significantly enhance their proactive defense mechanisms. Imagine you are a threat hunter working for a mid-size financial institution. You receive an alert from your security information and event management system indicating unusual activity originating from a workstation within the development team's network segment. The alert shows multiple failed login attempts on a sensitive server containing source code for a critical financial application. These attempts seem to originate from a workstation that typically handles routine tasks, not accessing sensitive servers. Your initial hypothesis is that the workstation might be compromised. You decide to leverage the ELK stack to investigate this anomaly further. Using Kibana, you start by examining logs from the workstation in question, looking for any signs of suspicious processes, unusual network connections, or unauthorized software installations. As you analyze the logs from the workstation, you notice several red flags. Firstly, there are successful login attempts from the workstation during off hours, which is unusual for the user typically logged in during those times. Secondly, you discover logs indicating the execution of PowerShell scripts that don't match the user's usual activities. These scripts seem to be attempting to download and execute files from an external IP address. You then pivot to analyzing network traffic logs associated with the workstation. You find a pattern of communication with the same external IP address observed in the PowerShell script logs. With mounting evidence at hand, you now focus on correlating the events. You use Kibana's visualization capabilities to create a timeline of events, plotting log entries from the workstation, network traffic logs, and threat intelligence data. It becomes evident that the attacker likely gained initial access through a phishing email that installed a backdoor on the workstation. Further analysis of the downloaded files reveals the presence of a keylogger and a tool designed to steal stored credentials. You immediately share your findings with the incident response team, providing them with the IOCs, including the malicious IP address, the hashes of the malware, and the affected workstation's details. Section 4. Containment and Remediation. Neutralizing the attack. Armed with your findings, the incident response team springs into action. Their first priority is containment, preventing the attacker from causing further damage. They isolate the compromised workstation from the network, severing its connection to the sensitive server and the malicious command and control server. Next, they focus on remediation. They use a combination of antivirus software and manual techniques to remove the malware from the compromised workstation. They also reset the user's credentials and implement multi-factor authentication to prevent the attacker from regaining access. To ensure the attacker hasn't gained a foothold on other systems, the incident response team conducts a thorough scan of the entire network. Section 5. Lessons learned. Strengthening defenses for the future. Following the successful neutralization of the attack, you conduct a post-mortem analysis with the security team. The goal is to learn from the incident and strengthen the organization's defenses against similar attacks in the future. One key takeaway is the importance of user education and awareness. The attack likely began with a successful phishing email, highlighting the need for ongoing training to help employees identify and avoid such threats. You also identify the need for stronger endpoint security measures. Implementing more robust antivirus software, restricting the execution of PowerShell scripts, and enforcing the principle of least privilege can help prevent similar attacks from succeeding. Section 1. The enduring need for threat hunting. As we've explored throughout this guide, threat hunting is not a one-time activity but an ongoing process, a critical component of any robust cybersecurity strategy. In today's interconnected world where cyber threats are becoming increasingly sophisticated and persistent, simply relying on reactive security measures is no longer sufficient. We must be proactive, vigilant, and relentless in our pursuit of hidden adversaries. Think of threat hunting as a continuous game of chess against a skilled opponent. Just as a chess player must anticipate their opponent's moves and adapt their strategy accordingly, threat hunters must constantly evolve their techniques, tools, and mindset to stay ahead of the curve. The enduring need for threat hunting stems from the fact that no security system is impenetrable. Section 2. Evolving Threat Landscape, Evolving Defenses. The world of cyber threats is in constant flux. Attackers are continually refining their techniques, developing new malware strains, and finding innovative ways to exploit vulnerabilities. To counter these evolving threats, our defenses must also evolve, and threat hunting plays a pivotal role in this evolution. Threat intelligence plays a crucial role in keeping pace with this evolution. By leveraging threat intelligence feeds, security researchers' reports, and industry best practices, threat hunters can gain valuable insights into current and emerging threats. The key to success in this evolving landscape is adaptability. Section 3. Embrace the hunt, a call to action. Threat hunting is not merely a technical discipline but a mindset, a proactive approach to cybersecurity that empowers organizations to take control of their security posture and defend their assets against increasingly sophisticated adversaries. As we conclude this guide, we urge you to embrace the hunt. Don't wait for alerts to tell you that you've been compromised. Be proactive, be vigilant, and be relentless in your pursuit of hidden threats. Start by building a strong foundation for threat hunting within your organization. Develop a clear strategy, invest in the right tools and technologies, and foster a culture of security awareness and collaboration. Train your security personnel in the art of threat hunting, encouraging them to think like attackers and anticipate their moves. Remember that threat hunting is an ongoing journey, not a destination. Continuously evaluate and refine your techniques, stay informed about emerging threats, and never stop learning. By embracing the hunt, you can significantly enhance your organization's security posture and stay one step ahead of even the most determined adversaries. The future of cybersecurity depends on our ability to be proactive, to anticipate threats, and to take decisive action to mitigate risks. Embrace the hunt, and together, let's build a safer and more secure digital world.